Did the manufacturer of your boat think things through, or did they always leave you wishing for something? On many boats, the wish list just seems to grow and grow and grow. So let's find out how Cypress Cay did with their Cayman LE 250, the top of the line from Cypress Cay. Let's start with stowage compartments. Now, almost all boats like this have stowage under the seats, right? But when I take the cushion off, I always wish I had somewhere to stow it so it didn't bounce around and get in the way. Well, they've thought about that. Now, most pontoon boats have a table for sitting down and having lunch or drinks, but don't they often leave you wishing that you had somewhere you could stow that table? And by the way, just in case you were wishing that you had a cooler, there's one of those too. Now, I do wish there was a rack inside the console, so these items would be a little more secure down there, but that's really well thought out. Here are some of the other things you'll never have to wish for on a Cayman LE 250. Stereo speakers that even have LED accent lighting, a pop-up changing room, a really comfy helm chair, a waterproof remote by the aft lounger, and a waterproof remote by the swim ladder, a sturdy tow bar, and a stainless steel safety rail. Top end was a hair over 44 miles an hour, and when we ran this boat at 35 miles an hour, we got 1.7 miles to the gallon. Now, we also noticed that it carves turns very comfortably and in a predictable manner. That's a result of dropping the center tube down about 3 inches. It allows you to really lean into the turns. Now, Jane, I noticed that this fabric is really smooth and supple, but when you use that type of vinyl, don't you risk sun damage?
No, all of our vinyl is actually UV protected and made for outdoor use, so it's going to hold up to the elements just as well as any other material on the boat.
Jane, you know, styling is not usually something I pay a lot of attention to when I'm testing a boat, but I couldn't help but notice the color of this aluminum.
Yeah, one of the nice features about the Cayman series is you can add this limited package. It makes the whole railing, rub rail, bimini, bronze anodized, so it really gives you a sharp looking boat out on the water.
Now, Jane, I know Cypress Cay is a relatively new brand, but you knew enough to put this beautiful piece of aluminum attaching the pontoons in the deck. That's a really strong piece of metal there. How did you know to do that?
Well, actually, Cypress Cay is manufactured by a company that's been building pontoon boats for over 50 years. And one of the things we've learned is if you want to keep your pontoon boat looking good 10 years down the road, you need to reduce the amount of torsion and flex that comes between the tube and the deck. And that's why we have the continuously running riser.
Jane, I noticed this seam. Does that mean that the pontoon is actually built with 2 chambers?
No, actually this pontoon has 3 sealed chambers, and we keep the chambers away from that seam so that we keep the structural integrity.
If you're going to spend a lot of money on a top-of-the-line pontoon boat, you're probably going to put a lot of thought into it, and you should. Just make sure that you choose a boat where the wish list has already been completed for you. A boat like the Cayman LE 250.